In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the anatomy of one of the most basic movements in tennis, the side shuffle. This movement may look simple, but can easily be done wrongly. In fact, most people don't know the couple of things that make the difference when you're using it to get around the court. Okay, so what we're going to do is have a look at a very, very simple movement, something we use all the time in tennis, the humble side shuffle, yet use it to highlight some critical points in terms of movement and footwork and foot speed and getting around the court as efficiently as you can. So what I've done is I've done some filming on a squash court with the main purpose being no obstructions. You can just have a look at the movement, almost isolated against a white wall, so I think you'll be able to pick things up a little bit easier. So here we go. First thing I want you to think about and notice is the slightly bent knees, what we call soft knees in that ready position. And there you go, just before we're moving, we're bending ever so slightly down. And there you go, that's the initiation for the bounce to get yourself moving. And we're moving across now, a very, very simple side shuffle in slow motion. And one of the things to pick up on is something that most people actually don't realise, is that have a look at the feet and have a look at how often both feet are firmly planted on the ground. What you should see is that hardly ever, you've normally got one foot on the ground. Look, there's one in the air and moving while the other one's just touching. That's something most people actually don't pick up on. That you normally have one foot more than the other on the ground, which is why single leg training, strength training is crucial. You've got to have that component. Next thing to look for as you get to the end here is this critical angle, as we call it. The critical angle is crucial because he's going to want to come back in a minute in the opposite direction. So to do that effectively, have a look at that angle. He's actually leaning back over towards the right. That angle of the left leg facilitates the push back, which you'll now see. And he uses the left leg to drive off to go back right. So that is absolutely crucial. Critical angle when you're changing direction. If you're basically too straight up, if your leg is too straight up, almost at 90 degrees, and you'll see it again here, even though he's going to stop, but the critical angle is produced here, with the right leg this time leaning over towards the left in case he needed to go back over towards the left. As I was saying, if you're too straight up, you're going to have no drive, and especially if you're going across the court in a really high speed, at really high speeds, you'll actually find it very difficult to stop. So let's have another look. So over it goes. Critical angle there, pushes off, and back again. And look how light he is on his feet. Yeah, one more time. Soft knees. Again, hardly any critical angle. There it is, critical angle, and then therefore facilitating the left leg to push you off to the right, and finishing up with the critical angle there if you wanted to go back across to the left. Hope that helps.